Welcome to The Explainer. In hospitals and clinics all across Indonesia, something huge is happening. It's this shift away from, chaos, mountains of paperwork, scattered information, and into a future where patient care is guided by crystal clear data. Today, we're diving into that journey, from chaos to clarity. So let's just jump right in with a question that every single healthcare leader has to ask themselves. Whether you're running a massive hospital in Jakarta or a local community health center of Puskesmas, with lives on the line every day and resources stretched thin, are you making your biggest calls based on cold, hard data, or is it more of a gut feeling? And this slide, wow, it just lays it all out, doesn't it? It's a tale of two hospitals. Over on the left, you've got information chaos. The data's there, somewhere, but it's locked away in different systems, buried in paper reports. It means you're always reacting, always one step behind. But then you look to the right and you see information clarity. It's one central place, one source of truth, giving you real-time insights so you can finally be proactive. Okay, so how do you actually get from that chaotic mess on the left to that beautiful clarity on the right? Well, the answer is to build what is essentially a mission control center for your entire organization, a single place where you can see everything that's happening. And that mission control, it's powered by something called a performance dashboard. Now, we're not just talking about a bunch of random charts thrown on a screen. No way. This is a carefully designed, single-screen view of your hospital's vital signs. It's like a pilot's cockpit. It gives you all the critical info you need to fly the plane safely and efficiently, all right there in front of you. Okay, I know what you might be thinking. Building a mission control center? That sounds huge and complicated. But honestly, it doesn't have to be this big, scary project. It's a journey, and like any good journey, it can be broken down into a clear, step-by-step blueprint. This is it. This is your roadmap to success, 5 simple phases. It takes what feels like a massive technical challenge and turns it into manageable stages. And you'll notice, it all starts with the most important part, the people. So let's put some real-world timing on this, right? The first phase, just talking to people and figuring out what they need, that's about 4 to 6 weeks. Then you spend the next 6 to 8 weeks really digging into your data. And after that, you've got an 8 to 12-week pilot to prove this thing actually works and get people excited. Totally doable. Now, phase 1, you could argue this is the most important step of the whole thing. Why? Because a dashboard is completely and utterly useless if it doesn't answer the right questions for the right people. You have to get out there and talk to everyone. What does the CEO need to know? What does a floor manager need to see to manage beds? What info would make a nurse's shift just a little bit easier? Their answers are the foundation for everything. All right, so you've talked to everyone. Now you hit this big fork in the road in phase 2. Do you build your own custom dashboard from the ground up? It'll be perfectly tailored to you, but man, it's going to take time and money. Or do you buy an off-the-shelf tool? It's way faster, but you might have to change how you do things to fit the software. There's no one right answer here, but it's a huge decision. Then you move into your pilot project in phase 3. And this piece of advice right here, it's absolute gold. Don't try to boil the ocean. Seriously, pick one apartment, find a few super important metrics that you know you have good data for, and start there. The goal is a quick win. You want to show people, hey, look, this thing works. That's how you build momentum. And then you get to the last 2 phases, training and the big rollout. And this is so much more than just showing people which buttons to click. It's about teaching a whole new way of thinking, how to look at data and turn it into smarter decisions. And you got to remember, the rollout is never really done. This dashboard is a living, breathing tool that has to grow and change right along with your hospital. Okay, so that's the how-to guide, but, theory is one thing. Let's talk about what this looks like in the real world, with organizations right here in Indonesia that are actually doing it. So let's take a huge hospital like RSCMN in Jakarta. They were practically drowning in data from all their different systems. So they built a comprehensive dashboard that pulled it all together. And suddenly, bam, they could see bed availability in real time. They could smooth out the flow of patients. They could even track surgical outcomes to improve quality. The result wasn't just a prettier spreadsheet. It was genuinely better, more efficient care for patients. But here's the thing, it's not just for the giant hospitals with big budgets. At the community level, you've got Puskesmas creating these simple but incredibly powerful dashboards with tools they already have, like Google Sheets. Just by tracking things like immunization rates and maternal health, they are making a massive difference in their communities. It's amazing. And this table here really hits on a super important point. There is no one-size-fits-all dashboard. What the CEO needs to see, big picture financial stuff, is totally different from what the emergency department manager needs, who's worried about patient wait times like right this second. A great system gets the right information to the right person at the right time. Okay, so we've seen the blueprint, we've seen the real-world examples. Now, the big question is, how do you take all these ideas and make them actually work for you in the unique context of Indonesia? Look, if you want this to actually work in Indonesia, you can't just copy-paste a solution from somewhere else. You've got to customize. That means using real, natural Bahasa Indonesia, not some clunky direct translation. It means being smart about working with the older systems you already have. And, this is crucial, it has to be simple and work on a mobile phone, because that's what your frontline staff are using. And let's be real, budgets are always a concern. But here's the good news. You don't have to break the bank. There are incredible open source tools out there that can be a total game changer. They give you all this amazing power without the crazy price tag of big commercial software. So when you boil it all down, this isn't some far-off futuristic idea. It's something you can start doing today. The truth is, the information you need to completely transform how you care for patients, it already exists inside your hospital's walls. It's constantly telling a story. The only question left is, are you ready to listen?